Hi everyone, welcome back to another round of Agile questions, ideal for preparing for your exam or even just for checking the knowledge within your team around Agile and having a little bit of fun with that. But what we're looking at today is, can you pick the Agile Clarifying Principles? And these are the foundation for every question that you will get on the exam. If you understand the clarifying principles, then you really can pick and choose and find the best method and the best practice and the best way forward for any of the questions you will receive. Let's get into the questions here. The 12 Agile Clarifying Principles also match up with the best advice for workflow and getting things done. Which of the below is a correct clarifying principle when it comes to project workflow? Can you pick the right one? Okay, let's have a look. Agile does not use processes, as it prefers individuals and interactions over processes and tools. That's tough. That's sort of correct because that's one of the Agile Manifesto core principles, basically, the core values. But I don't think that's an actual, it doesn't sound right. Let's see what else we've got here. Agile processes engage and support the team by ensuring sponsors, developers, and users all get what they want. Not necessarily. Sometimes you can't always get what you want, as the Rolling Stones said. But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. And that's true in project land as it is anywhere else as well. What else have we got here? Agile processes promote sustainable development. Oh gosh, I love that. Sustainable development. And that's what we're talking about, isn't it? Where we can keep working at a sustainable pace. So we're not burning out. We're not being pushed beyond the velocity that we're able to complete. So this is really important. The sponsors, developers, and users should be able to maintain a constant pace indefinitely. I love this one. And you will see related questions around pace and velocity on the exam as well. And knowing this is really important. Agile processes help as much work get done as possible. When the team thinks they can't go further, Agile pushes them to go the extra mile. Not true. So we have our velocity, and that's the average of how much we've completed over the last few sprints, and we want to not really go above that unless we've finished all of our work in an iteration. If we push people too hard, obviously we want people to do the work, but if we push them too hard, they burn out, have sick days, and become disengaged in the work. And trust me, it results in less work getting done as well. Anyway, let's go with answer C. There we are. Agile promotes sustainable development. Be wary of often switching tasks or pushing for too much work during an iteration. This will burn out individuals and ultimately will slow down your progress. Really, really important. And a great question to start with. All right, let's see what we've got next. The 12 Agile Clarifying Principles also match up with the best quality advice for quality. Which of the below is a correct Agile Clarifying Principle when it comes to project quality? Okay, continuous flow ensures work is done at a reasonable pace and defects are caught. That's quite a possible one. Continuous flow is really nice. It's from the Toyota production system, but it may not ensure that defects are caught. That's not really related. So it sort of makes sense, but then when you look into it, it doesn't really. So let's see what else we've got. Testing is done at all levels, from unit testing to end-to-end testing. That's also a correct statement. We do want that in an Agile team. But it's not a broad statement, though. It's more like into the nitty-gritty. Oh gosh, this is a pretty tough one. Okay, continuous attention to technical excellence and good design enhances quality. That's also a correct statement. So we definitely want that as well. But probably the best one here is quality is everyone's responsibility in an Agile team, meaning everyone will test the product. Hang on. That doesn't mean everyone will test the product either. Quality is everyone's responsibility, but that actually just means that from the card all the way through to creating the card, through to developing the card, through to testing the card, through to signing off the card, everyone has a hand in making sure that quality is there. So that's what that means more importantly. All right, so let's see which one we're going to choose. If this one's a little bit off, it doesn't quite match up. Testing is done at all levels. That's good, but it's maybe too nitty-gritty for us here. quality is everyone's responsibility is true, but not everyone tests the product. I think let's go with answer C, where continuous attention to technical excellence, for example, our extreme programming principles and good design, that enhances our quality. Let's see. All right. While some of these answers match up with the principles in general, only the continuous attention to technical excellence is a clarifying principle from this list. Did you pick it? Wow, that was a tough one. That was a great one to go through. All right, let's see what we've got next. The 12 Agile Clarifying Principles also match up with the best advice for keeping things simple in a project. Which of the below is a correct clarifying principle? Can you pick it? Simplicity. Let's see what we've got. Simplicity is only possible when the team first understands how complex the system is. Gosh, that's a nice statement. Probably true. Let's see what else we've got though. Simplicity is part of every project. Everyone naturally simplifies the work as part of their role. I think that's in an ideal state, but in reality, simplicity is very hard. It's harder to create simplicity, if you know what I mean. It's harder to make things simple. That's why we end up with workplaces that are complex and convoluted all the time, because it's just easier. It takes less effort to leave things in a complex state. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Simplicity reduces cost in a project, ensuring executives are always simplifying the process and the system. Executives, in my experience, often complicate things, unfortunately, just because they're not in the nitty-gritty of the detail, and it's a hard thing to be many levels above the work. So I don't like that one either particularly. Simplicity, the art of maximizing the amount of work not done, is essential. It's Occam's razor, where we want to make it as simple as possible, but no simpler, for example. I think answer D is our absolute best bet here. Let's see. There we are. That's our clarifying principle. Did you pick that one? I think that was a good one. And we've only got 2 to go, so let's see what we've got. The Agile Manifesto has 12 clarifying principles to help you understand the Agile values. They are also best practice on improving the team over time. All right, let's see. This sounds good. Which of the below is a correct clarifying principle? The team will meet daily to build a supportive network of workers. The daily stand-up is a great way to check in. It's wonderful, and also to remove blockers. So that's nice, but let's see what else we've got. At regular intervals, the team reflects on how to become more effective, then tunes and adjusts its behavior accordingly. And this is the iterative approach, where we're iterating and continually improving. And it's also the retrospective, if you will notice that. So at the end of each sprint, or at regular intervals, as it says here, nice and high levels, so it could meet any criteria or many different criteria. I think that's probably our best bet for now. Features are regularly improved through refactoring of the code. That's actually a good one as well. I really like that, but not for our clarifying principle. The project sponsor regularly swaps team member roles to keep everyone learning and growing. That's not necessarily how we do it in an Agile team. We prefer pairing up together. So can we pair? Can someone do the work? Can someone check the work? And then vice versa. And also, can we, the team members we want have a wide range of expertise and one deep specialty. So they might be a developer, but they might have a little bit of testing, or they might have a bit of requirements, for example, or something similar. All of that to say, let's go with answer B. There we are. That's our correct principle, and it becomes the team retrospective in practice. So that's really good to know. And also good to know is that we're up to the last question for this round and these clarifying principles. Can you pick the last one? Let's see what we've got. All right, which of the below is not an Agile clarifying principle? Oh, this is going to be good. Okay, our highest priority is to satisfy the customer through early and continuous delivery of software. What a beautiful way to do it. Definitely that's an Agile clarifying principle. We want to deliver more often if we can, get things, small increments in the hands of our customers so they can see, feel and touch it, or we can get the feedback that we need to adjust. All right, ensure delivery timelines are met at all costs. In fact, that's probably the one that we're going to call out here, because with Agile, we might have scope, we might have cost, and we might have time, and most of those things are fixed, except for scope is very flexible. So time might be fixed, but that doesn't mean that we're meeting those delivery timelines, because the scope is going to be different. That's going to be prioritized by the product owner and the business, and so the delivery might look different. In other words, the last two, just so that we know: welcome changing requirements, even late in development. Absolutely. Agile processes harness change for the customer's competitive advantage. We may need to adjust, and we need to be open to that. Lastly, deliver working software frequently, from a couple of weeks to a couple of months, with a preference to the shortest timescale, so we can gather that feedback. And those are the rest of our Agile Clarifying Principles. The one that we don't want is answer B. And there it is. How did you go? Did you pick it? Did you pick all of these Agile Clarifying Principles? If you did, you're well on your way. This is the foundation behind all of the questions around Agile on your exams for Agile Certified Practitioner, or the PMP, or even the CAPM exams, or any other related project management qualification as well. You will see this sort of thing. And I've really enjoyed spending this time with you going through these questions. I hope you've enjoyed yourself too. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.